Clients actually had a stroke and had a similar type of aphasia and similar speech difficulties to what my dad had. And in talking to his wife at one of our functions, she mentioned that they had spent 2 weeks or 4 weeks, I guess, at the Aphasia Center. And I said, "Really, where is that?" And she told me all about it. And so we called, and it sounded like almost a godsend at that point. It was a chance to put Dad into a situation where he had almost like an immersion therapy for language, learning of a new language, where he would have a significant block of time one-on-one with a speech therapist, in a scenario where he could improve. I think we perhaps had some unrealistic expectations. I think we sort of thought, hey, we'll be there for a while, we'll be there as long as it takes, and at the end of it, we'll be back to what we had before. We'll be back to, he'll be doing his project, and we'll be at 100% for speech, and we'll be, as if the stroke had never happened. And I think fairly quickly, we did recognize that that was not likely to be the outcome. That we were looking at what was realistically possible. And so at that point, I think my realistic goals were that he would be able to communicate comfortably with people outside of the family. That he would be able to carry on a conversation in simple terms, where people who didn't interact with him on a daily basis could understand what it was that he was trying to convey. I think the biggest difference in the Aphasia Center, well, there were two. One is the amount of time being spent one-on-one. I think that having solid hour blocks in consistent, 6 hours, 5 hours a day of working with someone was a huge benefit. The other thing that the Aphasia Center did was to help us manage expectations and get us away from the idea of, hey, in 6 weeks he's going to be back to building the flying car, and more to, okay, let's see what strategies can we put in place to get to where we can have a conversation with a stranger. He's less stressed. He's less worried. He's more comfortable with his ability to be able to find words. He's more able to correct his own speech. He always knew when what he said wasn't right, but his reaction prior to this was to say, oh, it doesn't matter. And he's much more willing now to stick with it and to try and work through finding what that word is, rather than just saying, oh, it doesn't matter, I just won't say anything. 100% I would recommend the Aphasia Center. The people here are awesome. Everybody from Dr. Lori through the girl at the front desk, everybody is awesome. The therapists themselves are excellent. They all take personal interest in everything that happens with their patients. They're friendly, they're outgoing, they're experts in what they're doing. They handle difficult family members with tact and understanding. And they are a truly amazing group of people.